Jordan, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Awesome. You want to pull that mic towards you too. There you go. All right, we're going to start with some questions, Jordan. We're going to start with James Kripia from the Oregonian. James, go ahead.
Hey, Jordan. Wanted to go over a couple things with you, man. Ultimately, with some of your teammates choosing to opt out, why did you choose to stick with it? And you were among the D tackles who lost a lot of weight this offseason. You talked about improving pass rush. Was that kind of a conscious decision to slim down, lean up a little bit in order to, improve your speed a little?
Yeah, so first, the opt-out thing, mine was pretty much based on if we were going to play before January. So we got the schedule, and it was before January, so I decided to come back. And losing weight definitely was a conscious decision. Talking to a lot of the scouts and things like that, they all said they want to see me pass rush and get upfield more, so I hope that'll help me this year.
Next question will be from Ryan Thorburn of the Register Guard.
Jordan, obviously losing some of those guys that opted out and Troy Dye as well. Do you kind of take on more of a leadership role this last go around, and just the defensive line in general with, having all your guys back? As far as the starters, are you guys kind of leading the way in fall camp?
Yeah, so far, losing Troy was a big hit. Since I've been here, he's always been the leader of the defense, so we've got to find somebody to fill in, and I'm hoping to be that guy for us. In terms of the D-line, pretty much all the starters are back, so we're looking to take over the defense and take over the pack as well.
Next question from A.J. Jacobson of Rivals.
Hey, Jordan, you started 35 games ever since your freshman year you started here at Oregon. When you look back at that freshman starter versus this guy that's going to be the starter as a senior, what areas are your biggest areas of improvement in these years?
The biggest thing I could say about from freshman year to now is understanding football and all the defense and pretty much offense, how offenses come out, formation recognition, stuff like that. So it's pretty much a more understanding of the game, a little bit more veteran to me. Definitely lost a lot of weight from then to now, so that's probably the biggest difference.
Next question, Eric Scopel from 247 Sports.
Hey, Jordan. We mentioned some of the guys we do know, all the returner and starters on the defensive line, but a number of true freshmen, redshirt freshmen who we really haven't seen a lot of. Can you maybe highlight a couple of guys and kind of what you're hoping to get from some of your younger teammates this year?
To start, definitely Popo making a bigger impact on the season this year, and Brandon Dorless. He's going to be a guy, Brandon Dorless.
Next question from Matt Preem, 247 Sports.
Hey, Jordan. Couple questions. I guess what led to the number change to go into 3? And then how did you guys as a team hold yourselves accountable to continue working out when football activities weren't going on in the facility?
Me changing my number had a lot to do with all the things I've been through this year. My personal life, including, just overall changing my body and stuff. So I wanted to come out and show that I'm a different player than I was in my past years here. I think the biggest thing about us all being able to work out, even in spite of not having a season when it was all canceled and stuff, was just, one day the season was going to come, even if it was going to be in 2021. So you don't want to never just be sitting on the couch.
Next question, Tyson Alger from The Athletic.
Hey, Jordan. Obviously a different position than what you play, but at this point, maybe he ends up playing with you guys with how much he's gone back and forth. But just what can you tell us about Dawood Davis and what he's meant to the team? And just, you've been with him for 4 years now, and just the kind of the sacrifices that he's made.
I'll say Dawood is a real team guy. Like when you talk about a good teammate, a guy willing to do anything to help the team win, great father for his son. It's been cool to watch him from our freshman year when we both came in together from Florida, and seeing him grow and turn into the man he is now. He got his degree, so he's really maturing, and hopefully this year he can play with us on defense and make an impact.
Next question, Julian Minenson from KZI.
Hey, Jordan. Senior year, going into your last fall camp, if senior year Jordon Scott could give any advice or say anything to freshman Jordon Scott going into his first fall camp, knowing everything you know now, what kind of advice would that be?
I definitely would have told freshman me to take football more serious. Not that I wasn't, but losing weight and learning the playbook and learning formations of offensive tendencies and stuff like that is a big. It's a big advantage to your craft if you know those things and you know what to look for when you step out on the field.
Next question, James Krapia from the Oregonian.
Jordan, I was speaking with Coach Avalos about, obviously you guys face a shortened schedule, but there's a lot of pro-style teams in there. Only like Washington State and maybe the South Division team who you play at the end would be more spread. How appealing is that to you, and how much more do you think like a traditional 4-3 with a true third linebacker is going to matter to you guys this year compared to years past?
I think it's all just based on player personnel and obviously our scheme allowing players to be in the best position to make plays. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm up for the challenge. I know the defense is ready, so we all just excited.
Next question, Warren Williamson, ODFN.
Don, hey, you talked about being wanting to be a different player and the scouts wanting you to slim down. For you this year in this shortened season, what are some of your objectives or your goals to be a better player in these 7 games? And I'm also curious, as an older player, are a lot of the younger guys now coming to you? Do you see yourself as one of the leaders on the defense?
Well, first, losing weight was really just taking it serious. Like I had to really lock in on that and focus on what I was eating and make sure that I was staying away from stuff stuff like sweets and stuff like that. Secondly, to be honest, all players always came, well, at least D linemen always came to me asking me questions, seeing like I was playing since I got here. So it was always like they want to know little things that I was picking up on from Coach Joe or things I knew before I got here. So it's been cool to watch everybody in my room who's been here from the start grow, and we're all just excited to get to play.
We have one more question, or time for one more question with Jordan. Ryan Thorburn from the Register Guard.
Jordan, Mario was saying that he wanted you guys to kind of watch games when you can and learn some things from watching on TV. You've seen, Alabama and Texas and Florida and some other teams giving up a lot of points. Do you think Oregon's defense can really be a difference maker when it comes to this shortened season where a lot of teams are struggling on defense so far?
Well, yeah, Coach Cristobal putting in, like when we do practice on days where there's games on, he put in time for us to go catch a couple games and making sure we get out early enough to catch the night game. So I think that's pretty cool by him. I say the biggest thing from watching other teams play so far is, communication. Our defense has always been good at communicating since last year. So I'm hoping that the core guys who were here on the team last year continue to work on that, and through fall camp we build that same communication, because a lot of points can be scored, but it's all based off coverage bust, defense not being on the same page. So as long as we all on the same page, I don't think that'll be a problem for us.
Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good day.